Yeah, this is really the camera we want to really introduce run and gun 4K. And it's a DVX200, and the DVX sounds familiar. That is very much intentional, where this camera really is inspired by and kind of a successor to the DVX100, which was really one of the most successful cameras that we ever had at Panasonic. And also, if the DVX100 is its father, then maybe the GH4 is its mother, because we're sharing a lot of the technology from the GH4 as well, and that's what's it's really making it possible for us to create a really easy to use 4K camera for people who got used to shooting DV over the years, and now they want to use a large sensor, but they don't want to master all the bits of cinematography that are necessary when you're using removable lenses. So it's kind of a combination of both worlds. Well, this is a 4/3 sensor, so it's similar size to the AF100, if you remember the AF100, although it is a native 4K sensor. So that's not quite as large as the GH4 sensor, but it's the same foundry and the same technology, similar technology, and it is supporting 12 stops of latitude, and also the same V-log curve that we have in the VariCam, and that will soon be supported in the GH4, and that's not a secret, but it hasn't been announced yet. Part of why we were able to get the image quality so good on the DVX100 and the other cameras like that succeeded it was when you have an integrated lens, you can electronically correct for lens flaws. And when you have removable lens, the lens mount needs to be perfect and the lens needs to be perfect in order for you to get everything right. With a fixed lens, part of the manufacturing process is we track through the lens, we find out where there's offsets in the different color signals, and we can correct for that electronically with a lookup table. We do a little bit of that in the chromatic aberration correction, I think, is where a lot of that happens, and other things like that. So that enables us to have really a much longer zoom lens than you would have in a DSLR and or another large 4K Super 35 camera. So we're looking at a 12 times zoom, which, I mean, for a Super 35 PL lens, a 12 times zoom would be an enormous lens. I mean, the Cabrios are fantastic, but they generally don't have that long a zoom range. And with that kind of a zoom range, you can get along with a single fixed lens. Yeah, the recording media is going to just be the SD cards. We're not going with micro P2. We're not using all the AVC Ultra recording there, and that's simply a power and thermodynamic issue. Where for a camera that size, I mean, if you look at the VariCam, a lot of the reason why the VariCam needs to be the size that it is to moving the bits that are required in the AVC Ultra codec at 4K that's a lot of processing, and we're running I think 5 of the Ultra chips in there at once, where we only use one in the PX270, for example. So I mean, to do that in a camera that size would just be impractical. So we're using a lot of the H.264 encoding, similar to what's in the GH4. We're targeting September. I think officially we're saying in the fall, but hopefully September. But I mean, you'll be seeing footage. You'll certainly be seeing footage and sample and more live demos before that. The pricing we're looking to get under 5,000, and so we're in the same price range as the DVX100 was, where the HVX200 was. We're trying to stay in that same market.